Okay, so it is Sunday, which means it is time for my uh one issue one review. I guess I haven't really thought of a good name for this, huh? I actually shot this earlier this week and lost the data, so I am recording it now, which is why it's up a little bit later than I would usually want it. But anyways, this week I am reviewing issue 1 of 4 of The Adventures of Apocalypse Al, which, first of all, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that Apocalypse AI? No, it is Al. I'll explain that in a second, but this is a issue that I liked really, like so much that I had to get the variant right here. And I would have gotten the other variant, but I didn't see it. But if I see it, I will most definitely be getting it because I really enjoyed this issue. It is written by. I should have I should have remembered his first name because I cannot pronounce his last name. I will show you it. It'll look familiar to a lot of Spider-Man fans because he wrote Spider-Man before Dan Slott. So, if that's an indicator of how, the writing is going to be, it's probably a good one. Unless you really hated, what was it, One More Day. But that's in the past. Come on, let's get over that. This is The Adventures of Apocalypse Al, not AI, which is honestly what I thought it was when I first added it to my pull list. But no, the main character's name, Allison Carter, or Al for short, hence Apocalypse Al. Here in the cover, let's just take a look at this cover here for a quick second. A few of these characters have not been introduced. One of them was shown, but we don't know his name yet. Detective guy, this guy again, he was shown, but we don't, well, his name, I don't remember it. It was the last name. Not good with last names. Here we have Mike Rose, the zombie detective, who used to be a detective, was killed, and now he's a zombie. Weird creature looking thing here, don't know what that is, haven't seen it, and I didn't notice this until a little bit ago, but there's these little creatures on this gun right here. Don't know what's going on there. Definitely interested. This is a $2.99 comic, as you can see here, rated M for mature. The back of it. Here's a quote from the comic itself. I love LA, Beverly Hills on one side, demonic creatures on the other. Sometimes it's hard feeling. It's hard telling the two apart. That was a little bit of a fail. But it's Allison Al Carter. And just really quick, just for the heck of it, the variant cover right here, which the other variant is just a black and white version of this. It just shows Al. Looks like the zombie in the background right there, can't really tell, and creatures coming up while the floor is breaking away or something, and a weird demonic figure in the background. Anyways, Al is basically a person who stops the end of the world from happening. It's been her father's job, her grandfather's job, or great-grandfather's job, all the way back. It's passed down to every male in the family, but her dad only had a daughter, hence why she's the one doing this. So it starts off with her trying to stop this guy from summoning the, what was it, the Planet Eater demon, I believe. And, she has an inner monologue throughout the whole issue, which I thought was pretty hilarious. It's really entertaining to read. It is definitely leans more towards a comedy than anything else. Here we have the zombie detective I was talking about. Again, more comedy throughout this while she's explaining, kind of his story, and he's like walking and leaving like sludge behind because he is a zombie, so he's leaking a little bit. She gets tips from him. She gets a tip in here from him about an upcoming apocalypse scenario, I guess you could call it. At least that's what I'm going to call it. Where she goes to see her friend Max, who I want to show because he was definitely one of the highlights of this issue. He was hilarious. He is basically a prophet who can see the future, but he can't control it. So he's going around mumbling to himself when she goes up to him. By the way, he's wearing a tinfoil hat, as you can see. I want to see if maybe I can angle this better. He's wearing a tinfoil hat. He's living under a bridge. He's talking to himself. He's seeing future, but he's seeing like random things. I will say one of them right here. Somebody's grandmother is gonna break a hip going downstairs. And he's all, never go downstairs by yourself in the dark, lady. What are you, nuts? So yeah, he's definitely a hilarious character. And it just keeps getting better and better, especially with the comedy. Because she ends up in a dream world where she has a nightmare. Basically, the whole point of this dream thing is for her to be trapped there while, I guess, the world starts to end. And she has to break out through the nightmare. She has to overcome her fear or something like that. And her nightmare is just really funny because it's not something you would have expected for mostly anybody. I mean, I guess I could see it being someone's fear, but it was really funny. It was really good. I don't want to spoil it. Things happen near the end. She gets recruited by the guy we see here in the front, this guy, to a building. I guess it's like a really big corporation, and stuff goes down, and they're basically asking for her help, I believe. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. At least that's what it seems like is going on. Ends in a little bit of a cliffhanger, but it's a 4-part miniseries. How else would you really expect it to end? Art-wise, as you can already tell, it is fabulous. It is like seriously really, really drawn well. Probably why it's rated M is for images like that. There's no nudity. I want to add that in there because, Saga's rated M and obviously stuff going on in there. But yeah, here in the back of the issue, we just get a little things if you want to read all that stuff, and then just ads, your typical ads and stuff here. But yeah, it is definitely, worth reading. It's worth checking out. It's $2.99. It's only 4 parts, so, it's not a big commitment in any way. If I were to give it a rating, I would, like, from 1 to 10, I would definitely give this a 10. Honestly, it is one of my favorite things I've read in a good long while. It's a good price. The writing is really good. It's paced well, in my opinion. The drawing is amazing. The character is witty, and I really like it. Aside from that, all I've got to say is, if you're into anything I just described right now, comedy, little bit of sci-fi-ish fantasy, I guess would be the right word. Just get it. It's really, really good. It's definitely one of my favorite things I've read, and it's awesome. That's pretty much the best way I can say this book is awesome. 1 to 4. I believe last year there was talks about making Apocalypse Owl a show for MTV or something. I don't know what happened with that. I tried looking it up recently, but I couldn't find anything recent enough from 2014. Everything was just talks from last year. About MTV trying to pick up a show for it, and there being a comic book that ties into it. Well, we got the comic book. No word on if there's going to be a show. I would honestly enjoy an ongoing series of this as long as it keeps up with, how good this issue is. As long as every other issue is, just as good or almost as good, I will definitely really enjoy an ongoing series of it. But we'll see what happens in the future. Anyways, The Adventures of Apocalypse Owl. Check it out. It is awesome. And thanks for watching my review on this. If you liked it, hit that like button. Comment if you have any questions or anything you want to say about it. Or if you read it, I would like to hear your opinion on it. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. More issue 1 reviews coming Sundays. Depending on what comes out Wednesday, I will be doing, a review on a single issue Sunday. And yeah, so like I said, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great week, and I will see you tomorrow. I will have a review for, my light turned off, a review for Saga Volume 1 up, so check that out if you're interested, and yeah, alright then, bye.